The government of Sindh is responsible for maintaining and improving the overall social and economic indicators of the province by providing a comprehensive framework for the collection and distribution of resources amongst the departments for better service delivery. The Finance Department of the Government of Sindh maintains control over public spending, setting the direction of the provincial economic policy by ensuring balanced development and regional equity. The Finance Department functions in light of the constitutional framework of distribution of resources and provincial budget making and expenditure. Article 118 of the Constitution of Pakistan states, all the receipts, whether from the Federation or the provinces, flow into the Provincial Consolidated Fund. The major account of the provincial government maintained with the State Bank of Pakistan is Account 1. All key expenditures like salaries and operations of the provincial government are met from this account. The Sindh government primarily relies on federal receipts, which are around 70% of the total provincial budget. Revenues collected by the federal government are distributed under Article 160 of the Constitution, which provides a formula under the National Finance Commission for the distribution of resources between the Federation and the provinces. The National Finance Commission has finance ministers of all 4 provinces, the Federal Minister for Finance and statutory members from the provinces. Under Article 160, funds to all 4 provinces are distributed through the Federal Divisible Pool. The federal government receives funds from various sources like income tax, sales tax, and customs duties. Through the Federal Divisible Pool, the federal government keeps 42.5% of the total collections, and the remaining 57.5% is distributed amongst all 4 provinces. The 4-point criteria to determine the amount of funds for each province includes population of province 82%, ratio of poverty 10.3%, revenue collection 5%, inverse population density 2.7%. As a result, the Sindh government receives 24.55% of the amount distributed amongst the provinces. In financial year 2019-2020, 835.4 billion rupees were required to be transferred to the Sindh government through the Federal Divisible Pool. However, the amount received was 629.4 billion rupees, 25% less than the determined amount. Because of COVID-19, FBR collected less than the projected receipts, particularly after March 2020. The estimated share for Sindh for the financial year 2020-21 is 760 billion. In 2010, after an amendment to the Constitution, the provinces were empowered to collect sales tax on services. In the following year, the Sindh Revenue Board successfully collected 16.6 billion rupee. Post 18th Amendment, the Sindh Revenue Board has continued to progress, collecting sales tax on services amounting to 99.8 billion in financial year 2019-20. The target for financial year 2020-21 is set at 125 billion rupees. Besides Sindh Revenue Board, excise and taxation is also a prominent contributor. Its major sources of collection are Sindh Infrastructure Development Cess, property tax, and motor vehicle tax. The Department of Excise and Taxation collected 68.6 billion rupees in 2019-20, and the target for financial year 2020-21 is 88 billion rupees. Another main contributor is the Board of Revenue. Its sources are stamp duty, registration fee, and agricultural income tax. In 2019-20, the Board of Revenue collected 13.6 billion rupees and set a target of 34 billion rupees for financial year 2020-21. Subsequent to the 18th Amendment, the provinces receive a greater share from the federal divisible pool, increasing the resources as well as the responsibility of the provincial government for service delivery. Around 75% of the total budget is spent on the non-developmental sector, including salaries and pensions of government employees and operational expenses of government offices and buildings. Several grants are also made to the health sector.
The philosophy of SIUT is based on the premise that every human being, irrespective of caste, color, creed, or religious belief, has got a right to access health care free with dignity. Government of Sindh was the first to support us till health. The role which Government of Sindh has played is exemplary.
Since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, the world has experienced significant changes, shifting its priorities and strategies. COVID-19 has brought drastic effects on not just human life, but also the economy, causing loss of lives and livelihood. Making health a global concern, the pandemic has deeply impacted our lives. Last year, the Chief Minister Sindh constituted a special task force comprising of government functionaries and private sector experts, ensuring the implementation of swift preventive measures to combat the pandemic. The Sindh government responded promptly, focusing on lockdowns, social distancing campaigns, health facilities with free testing, establishment of quarantine facilities and intensive care units, and extending support to frontline workers. Ration bags were also distributed to those affected by the lockdown. To fight against COVID-19, a self-generated Corona Emergency Fund of 3.7 billion rupees was established, with generous contributions from government employees, private sector organizations, and various individuals. 9 billion rupees has also been utilized from the regular budget side from financial year 2019-20 and 2021, helping the Sindh government to conduct around 3.3 million tests, providing adequate PPEs to frontline workers, establishing tertiary care hospitalization facilities with 664 ICU beds along with ventilators, 1,872 high dependency unit beds, and 1,374 low-flow oxygenated beds. Furthermore, around 4,000 ad hoc frontline medical and support staff were employed to fight against the pandemic. The government of Sindh established a special 200-bed infectious diseases hospital in Karachi within just 3 months at a cost of 2 billion rupees. Moreover, 18.35 billion rupees was allocated in 2020-21 for health risk allowance to frontline workforce. The government of Sindh embarked on a large-scale vaccination drive, starting from healthcare professionals and old age citizens and expanding to include the general public. On 9th May 2021, the Sindh government commenced operations at the 24-hour mega vaccination center at Expo Karachi. Even with limited resources, the government of Sindh effectively managed the COVID crisis and remains committed to saving countless precious lives. It is estimated that in financial year 2020-21, an amount of 155 billion will be spent on various development projects.
The development portfolio was greatly reduced in the year 2019-20 to divert funds towards health facilities, and I'm glad to let you know that we've increased our health facilities in a manner that to date they have not been strained because of the increased number of cases of COVID. In 2022, we are allocating a total of 222.5 billion in the provincial ADP, rupees 30 billion for district ADP. The total development portfolio for next year, that is 2021-22, is pitched at rupees 326 billion.
Government of Sindh is fully cognizant of the development needs of the province and is pursuing holistic strategies in various socio-economic sectors to invest in human capital for balanced and inclusive growth. Health and education stand at the center of this development. A number of projects have successfully been completed. A cluster-based consolidation approach is followed to choose primary, elementary, and secondary schools to maximize enrollment and retention. In this approach, a special focus is on improving girls' education. It is an established fact that disease burden is being shifted from communicable to non-communicable diseases, and Sindh is no exception here. This is the reason the government has invested heavily to strengthen tertiary and specialized healthcare institutions. Institutes like NICVD have 9 satellite centers, 21 chest pain clinics, and in 2020 treated more than 2.3 million patients for various heart ailments completely free of cost. River Indus is the lifeline of the province, and barrages and major canals on the Indus require major infrastructure investment for extending their useful lives. Water and agriculture, the 2 critical parameters in defining the government's strategic approach. The strategy includes major improvement in Guddu and Sakhar barrages. In last 3 years, till 2020, roads of more than 3,300 kilometers have been built at various levels in the southern districts of Sindh, and more than 2,400 kilometers have been built in the northern districts of Sindh. Through Sindh Provincial Roads Improvement Project, the government of Sindh carried out major rehabilitation of 9 roads spanning over more than 400 kilometers, thus paving the way for improved and sustainable connectivity for the people of Sindh. Poverty in Pakistan is chronic and widespread, and Sindh is no exception.
So what the Sindh government has done is adopted poverty reduction strategy as official policy, cabinet approved. What we do is that we consolidate government resources and also to ensure that site, a village, a town becomes a growth center for the area. The Chief Minister has identified Sujawal to carry out this pilot project as an experiment, and within Sujawal we have identified Chuhar Jamali for development as a growth center.
Karachi, the most populous city of Pakistan, is the financial, commercial and industrial hub of the country. However, the livability of this metropolis remains far from ideal. Addressing challenges confronting Karachi's livability, the Sindh government has made a comprehensive plan to invest in municipal services, solid waste management, urban transport, urban spaces, district performance and revenue generation. The government has also initiated the Karachi Water and Sanitation Services Improvement Plan, a reform-led plan to transform Karachi Water and Sewerage Board into a professional and viable utility organization. Another project sweep, Solid Waste Emergency and Efficiency Project, involves setting up a garbage collection mechanism, garbage transfer stations, and 2 mechanized landfill sites, providing a sustainable solution to manage the city's solid waste. Owing to catastrophic rains during monsoon 2020 and the resulting severe flooding, it was decided to improve the storm water channels in Karachi. The 3 major nalas of Karachi, namely Mahmoodabad, Gujjar and Urangi Nala, are being restored to their original width and length for an efficient water drainage system, working in conjunction with water supply sewerage treatment and disposal, industrial waste treatment, and solid waste management. Karachi's urban transport projects include 4 bus rapid transit lines connecting the city's residential neighborhoods with the central business districts. All these lines will be interoperable.
The World Bank Group has a long-standing engagement with the province, covering many sectors. Basically, the big development challenges that the province has been facing, we are supporting the government in its projects and investments and reforms. So, very happy and excited to continue this strong partnership with the government, support the development of this great province and the rest of the country, of course. And thank you very much.
Despite the fact that the government intends to spend 233 billion rupees on the development of the province, the actual need for investment in public infrastructure and social development remains huge.
The province of Sindh leads the entire country in public-private partnership. We were the first province to enact the Public-Private Partnership Act. We had the first major project, the Hyderabad-Mirpur Khas dual carriageway, executed in 2011 and 12. We've had several projects since then. Our success has been acknowledged globally, and The Economist magazine has ranked us 6th in overall Asia, and Sindh is only one of the 2 sub-national governments which has been ranked amongst the national governments in public-private partnership. Apart from major infrastructure projects like roads, bridges, we have also gone into the service sector, and we've got a very successful public-private partnership for service delivery in the health and the education sector. Our public-private partnership portfolio exceeds rupees 300 billion at this time. We hope that with this consistent efforts, we'll be able to bridge the gap of resources and fund more and more projects through public-private partnership mode.
The government of Sindh has engaged with the private sector in several other projects. In the power sector, the government established power plants lighting up the lives of millions in the province. A flagship project of the Sindh government is Sindh Engro Coal Mining Company that marked a huge milestone for the energy sector, for which a sovereign guarantee of $700 million was signed through the federal government to acquire 54% shares of the project in a joint venture. Like Sindh Engro Coal Mining Company, Sindh Nooriabad Power Company is also an example of a joint venture producing 100 megawatts from 2 projects. Connecting the powerhouse to the grid station was done through the Sindh Transmission and Dispatch Company, a remarkable achievement by the Sindh government. Alternate energy, including wind and solar power plants, has also been installed in the province. The total estimated power generation from these power plants is 1,335.2 megawatts, contributed to the national grid to light up the lives of millions in Sindh. To conclude, the social and economic progress of the province is the utmost priority of the government of Sindh, to which it remains fully committed, striving for a better future for the people of Sindh with excellence, commitment, and diligence.